Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. So I wanted to continue the Fibonacci forecast and the stock prediction just a little bit further. This is going to be the last video on it, but I wanted to show you guys an example of what happens when price actually breaks out, like Space actually just did. Whoops, Space just broke out on Friday. It went from $41 to $57, which was a increase of what? Let's do it really quick. Increase. So it went up about 37%. But in a case like Space, it didn't actually break its highs. So I mean, it was just kind of trailing up on the upside, but it didn't break it. Remember, we're only looking for breakout stocks that actually break their previous highs, or at least their relative highs, right? So the relative high of Space would have actually been up here at $63 or so, right? It wouldn't actually be this high right here. So I would not do this on the day chart. In this case, I would go higher time frame and I would do this on the weekly. Look how clear that is, right? Look how clear that is. Look, if you guys watch my cricket video, it's a perfect example of what happened before, right? So again, I would not play Space up until we actually break towards the upside again and we actually pass that $63 price target right here, which was the previous high of Space. Again, what are we gonna do? Grab the fib again. So for those of you that are asking, I'm actually using TradingView. This is the mobile version. You guys can use the desktop version. It doesn't really matter. So we're doing from relative high to relative low. We're not using this low. We're actually using the low before it. It's always before. It's always the price before. We're not using anything in front. We're using the prices before the relative high. So it's the relative high and relative low of anything of before like this price range right here. You're using historical price. So relative high and it's relative low, which is this little wick down here, right? But we're actually doing it to the right so we can actually see where it's potentially going to go, right? I hate having it this way because visually it doesn't work for me. So I always extend it out to the right just so I can actually see it. So the low, we set the fib right there. Guess what happened? We never crossed the previous high, right? The next fib level, if this actually breaks out, we would actually be $91.47 to Space. Oh wow, what the heck? So again, Space looks like a good play. So sometimes that helps to know where something is going. It doesn't mean that you should get into every single play, right? This is only for breakout stocks, right? This just means that you know exactly where something's gonna go, but it doesn't mean that you have to take every play. But it doesn't mean that you don't know, that you're not supposed to know where everything's gonna go. Like it's super helpful for you to just kind of know where certain things might go, and if something get triggers, then you would get in, right? So I would not actually get into Space until we have that break of 62.97, which is the previous high on that wick right here, right? I would only get into Space if there's another breakout week, and then you see price go from here to like there, right? And then that's where the wick, that's where it kind of stops. What the heck? Did I just cancel it out? So let me draw this again. So let's say next week we open and then we close like there somewhere, right? So now you have a full-on candle that closed above that previous high. It broke high and then actually crossed over that fib level, and now it's here somewhere, right? The whole candle got created right here, and maybe it wicked up here, whatever, it doesn't matter. But point is, you actually had it close. You actually had it close above or close over this previous high, or it broke. All you're looking for is a break in price of previous high. So now what we can assume is that, guess what? The next fib level that this has to reach is going to be up here at that at that next fib level, which is $91.57, right? That's basically the next level that we're looking to use. Actually, this is actually not right. It's actually right there. Oops. There you go. I think I used I used this one instead of this one. I'm supposed to use that low. But yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for another next week, or maybe the week after, you're looking for a break of previous all-time high. That's when you know when to get in. And after that, we can gauge that the next stop is actually going to be this 92.80, or relatively like $93 in price, right? From then, we can actually do our play. So if you're here and it breaks in price, then you can actually buy calls out to like a specific price, or buy shares, whatever. And again, you wouldn't buy it towards the next fib level. Let me make this tiny so everybody can see. You wouldn't buy this for the fib level. You would buy it for 5% under. So let's say you buy 1,000 shares after it gets broken, right? You would buy the shares here somewhere, and then you would ride this out all the way towards $87. Take profit like half of it. Take the next profit at $92.79, which is that next fib level, and then again the last one, if you want to be riskier, you would take the rest of the profit at like $100, which is level 3, right? And the probabilities of each one are hitting. Generally, I like to think that first 5% down level is just from trading experience, right? So I do think that first like 5% down has like a 95% chance probability of hitting. That next fib level is 80%, and the higher you go, it definitely gets a lot steeper in probability, right? So the highest one, like 5% after the fib level, would be another like 60% probability of it hitting, which is why I take most of my profit at that very first price down 5%. You guys know that I don't take my take profit at that fib level. I take it at a 5% increment down. That's where I usually take my most of it, like maybe 50, 60, 70, 80%, depending on the ticker. But that's where I would usually take my most of my profit, is that very first level right here, right? So we have level 1 would be right here. Level 2 is the actual fib, and then level 3 would be that last risky play. That's generally what I would probably have it, right? But again, space, for example, you don't do this trade because guess what? Yes, the stock broke out and it went up like 20, 30%. But again, it didn't beat previous all-time highs. All you're looking for is a stock that's generally bullish, which space tends to kind of be, right? Generally, it's just been trading on the upside, right? It started from $10 and it's just it's trailing up, right? That's exactly what you're looking for. You're not looking for a stock that has the complete opposite direction and it's like a complete bear market. So it's like, it started like right here somewhere and it's trading down, and then just had a spike up here. No, that's not, you don't want to trade that. You're looking for a stock that overall has a bullish trend towards the upside. And guess what? It has an obvious bullish trend to the upside for space. That's what you're looking for to actually play this. So again, you can't play this on the day chart because it didn't break previous all-time highs for the day. It's still back here. It didn't break anything. I wouldn't really account this previous 37, 34 as all-time highs. That wouldn't really work for me. It has to be an absolutely like 100% clear chart of previous highs like this. Like it has to be like this, right? This weekly chart is a perfect example of what a perfect chart would be to do a play like this. So again, I wouldn't play space yet. I would only play space if it actually breaks that previous high, and then you can do the rest of this whole thing right here, which is that that level 1 take profit, 2 and 3, and then generally when it breaks all-time highs like this, it has like a 90% chance that it's going to keep running towards the upside. I guarantee it, 100%. I guarantee you that's generally that's what's going to happen. So I'll show you guys another example of why I think that, right? So so I'll show you guys here, right? So what happened? So what happened here? Last time it broke price, right? Generally I gotta extend this a little bit lower. So last time so this is the previous high right here. Yeah, I'll go with this previous high as actual high because the other one's like way too far back. But this one, generally what happened here, right? So you have a price break, you have a breakout. Let me see. We'll set it right there. So what happened here? Previous high, right here. Previous low, right here. It broke out to the upside. It went down again to $25, but then guess what? It hit that 618 forecast right there. You would have actually taken profit 5% below, which would have probably been like $29. But again, it would have 100% cleared. You would have 100% made money. Again, what happened to this most recent breakout right here? So this is previous high, right? And you have that breakout right here, the huge breakout. So again, fibs, previous high, previous low, which is down here to these wicks. What happened here? You have this huge breakout candle in price, right? Huge breakout candle. And again, it touched that 618. So this is just something that has a very, very, very high chance of working out, to be honest. Like you guys can back test this as much as you want. And I can guarantee you that it's going to have like a 95% chance of working. If all you want to do is trade breakout stocks like this, I can guarantee you that you'll probably make money 100% of the, not 100% of the time, but like 90% of the time. I don't like that space actually has this on the weekly. It has this huge gap right here of like 22, 23 bucks. So eventually I do think it's going to retest, come back and retest that or fill that. That's a huge gap right there on the weekly. But I give you guys a couple examples of how this would work, right? So it breaks, damn it. I hate when this happens. Why do I, Jesus, wish I can lock that. Can I lock it? High, remove, no, I can't lock it. But I hope you guys understand that this is a strategy that actually works. I mean, you guys can back test this for as long as you want. But again, what happened? Actual break in price right here. So as soon as this actually gets broken, you guys can probably start looking at this. You guys can probably start looking, for example, back here, you guys would have started looking at space back maybe like even at 40 bucks. You guys would have still made money on the drop downs and you guys probably would have taken profit at like $46. Like that would be a good indication of taking maybe buy like a month out calls or something, right? And then you have like a strong chance of this hitting because guess what? It broke previous all-time high and guess where it actually went to? It hit $49. And again, the same thing is gonna happen here on the weekly. Once this previous all-time high gets broken, right here, 62 bucks, generally we can expect a solid run up towards that fib level, right? Which is gonna be right, which I showed you guys earlier, which we had it set it up, right? So it's gonna be right here. High to low, exactly, right there. So once we create a candle and it breaks to the upside, if it does break to the upside, that's how you know it's time to get in, because guess what? There's a strong likelihood that you're gonna see, Jesus Christ. There's a strong likelihood that you're gonna see this next fib level right here, that $91, whatever, 99 buck, whatever it is, right? I think I messed up the my candles over here, or like the low price. Did I? Where did I add them up? So it should be there. Why should it be there? Am I doing it down here? I don't know. But I guess that's where I set up. I set up my fib like right there. But anyways, this is a solid strategy for anybody to use. But again, this would only work on breakout stocks that are already trending towards the upside. And space right now is a perfect example of what you should be doing as soon as it breaks that previous high of, what is it? As soon as it breaks that previous high of, $62.40, whatever, right? I think that's gonna be solid. Again, this is just like a solid example. As soon as this thing breaks to the upside, by like a month or two calls out, and I guarantee you there's like a 99% chance that it's going to like $87. So I hope this helps. This is the third installment of this series. Just try to make this as clear as possible, as a super easy strategy for you guys to understand. I myself will be making this play on Cricket to see if it actually hits, and to show you guys as an example. I think the calls are like $100 or whatever, so I'll throw in like a couple of calls for like a month or two out, just to kind of get an idea of what the general rise is. But and then I'll go again into forecast, because that's how I know how much, like relatively, in how much time something like this can move, right? But I hope you guys have a great weekend. This is the third installment of the fib retracement, how to use it as a forecast, how to use it as a strategy on breakout stocks, and basically how to make money like 95% of the time. So this strategy alone can probably make you like 100,000-aire if you just focus on this and you like really, 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 really just focus on breakout stocks and get this down to like a T. Because I haven't been playing this like too much, just because my trading is based off of something else. But even doing just this strategy alone is a winner. Again, you have to wait for these things to happen. I mean, if you can take 1 or 2 big trades a month, like, you're done for the month, right? This isn't something that you're going to be swinging every day or day trading or whatever. This is a strategy where you just kind of wait. What are we doing for space right now? All we're doing is waiting. We're just waiting for this candle to get created. It might not get created today. It might not get created. Maybe this happens like a month from now, right? But this is the candle that you're waiting for. Once that previous high gets broken, you can expect that rise to the next fib level. And again, this might be like an indication of you only doing 1 or 2 or 3 plays a month, maybe even 2 months or so. But this is more of a wait strategy, and it's more of like a be patient and wait for something to happen, right? And I know a lot of people are very impatient about trading and they want to like do things fast and easy, but this is generally a solid strategy if you want to do like 1 or 2 big plays a month, and then you're done, right? But again, super successful strategy. I've used it plenty of times before. Definitely recommend it. But again, I hope this video explains it a little bit more clearly on how I personally use this strategy to play breakout stocks, and kind of like a little bit more in depth into what to look for, how to use it, and basically showing an actual proven method that works about 90 to 95% of the time. So I'll see you guys later.